Alright, welcome back. We are in Windrose today, and I'm going to show you how to make that. Sort of. I'm going to show you how to make a section, a 5x5 section, that you can expand to be your seawall that you can clearly see I'm unfinished with. And you can do whatever you want to do with it. Put it to a round tower, all that kind of stuff. Now, today I'm only going to show you how to make a 5x5 sectional for the wall. You can see you can do different things with it, like I have a cannon in one of them, flat in another section. I've got a little spot where a guard could stand out and throw boiling oil down or shoot at somebody, stuff like that. If this is popular enough, people want me to do it, I will show how to make the round tower and how to connect them together pretty seamlessly. First things first, I want to show you inside, and you can see that it's hollow. There's nothing inside because, quite frankly, it's a lot of materials, and I don't feel like it. The beam work would be completely optional. I think it helps to break up the monotony of just solid stone all the way across and gives it a decent look. Now, for the beams, you are going to need to be rank 2 with smugglers. The other two pieces you would need, I'll put them up on screen, you will need to purchase, and they're just rank 1, so you can get them right away. They're not that expensive. 10 gold, I say not that expensive. You're probably not going to have 10 gold early game. But 40 gold in total for all 3 sets. And then the final set is the military set, the very first one you get, which gives you the cannon and the cannonballs. I want to say that was a quest reward. I don't really remember. It's not a purchasable. So I apologize for not knowing exactly where you get the cannons, but let's get started. We're going to come in here and we're going to go to floors and walls. Now, you have 2 options for this. You have this big stone foundation, or you have the bigger, I'm standing outside my build area. The difference between these is this one is absolutely massive, and this one's not. It's little bitty in comparison. This is a more finished stone. This is a more rough stone. I felt the rough stone looked a little better as a military tower than the finished stone, which I think is more like your city architecture. So I'm going to go with the rough stone, the more rough looking. And we're just going to do a 5x5. Just going to pick this. I should have done it this way, but that's okay. Go like that. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now let's say we're running the wall that way. I'm going to leave it terminated, but you wouldn't. You would just continue on however you need it. The next piece, we're going to stay in floors and walls for the most part, is this guy. This inclined wall, I'm pretty sure, is there from the very, very beginning. We're just going to do this. Height is your opinion. It's personal taste, how high you want to go. I felt like 3 was about the right amount. 2 seemed a little short, and it also changes the dimensions here if you go to 2. The 5x5 is also perfect for doing the tower at the end, because you start off as a 7 wide for your end-to-end, for your bisection. So, now we've got this. We're going to switch back to... So, this stone is this stone. This does not have a small variant. This does not have a large variant. It's kind of weird, but maybe they're coming later on. So we're going to take the small stone, and we're going to go like this. And then we're going to follow that all the way. It's a little tough in here to do it this. Yep, see, it does stuff like that. Drives me nuts. And no, sir. It's just got to mess with me. Alright, so now we have the rampart. I believe that's what you call the part you walk on. What I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to give us some stairs up to it, just so that we can get up there and do some building when we need to. So this would be the part that your guard would be walking on. We're going to go back to floors and walls, and we're going to grab, in my opinion, I think the limestone wall works very well there. You could use this wall because it is the same color tone, but I think the slightly different color looks kind of nice. Personal flavor there. So we're going to say that this is your inside, and this is your out. For the outside, let's go ahead and put a Canon. We're going to put 4 blocks. We're going to leave 2 blocks. Then we're going to do 4 blocks. So we leave 2 just for the Canon. Now, I will say also, if you go only too high, this is going to be narrower, and it makes it a little difficult to put the Canon on. The Canon is a little twitchy, doesn't like being there. Now we're going to switch to beams. So on the beams, I am using the large fatty beam, the timber. And I'm don't do this yet until you've done the Canon. It weirds it out. Like, it properly is not happy with it being there. Switch to this. Now, this one has, in my opinion, it's not fully square. So I kind of make sure I've got it right. The timbers, in my opinion, are just flavor. Don't use the timbers if you don't care about the extra flavor of it. I just think it gives it a nice look. Beams, 64 degrees, and I'm using large timber. And I'm just doing it as the section. So this section, which is a 5x5, I trim it out like that. So we're going to go in here to decorations. We're going to come down to military. We're going to get this guy. We're going to do position it first, and then I'm going to show you something we might have to reposition it. So I think it's going to be about there. And then we're going to go into stairs and fences and get this rope fence. I do not remember how I got the rope fence, if I'm being super honest. I don't think it's base. I think you have to get it otherwise. So what we're doing is we're snapping this to the outside and trying to get it so it looks like it's part of the cannon, but not like eating the cannon. That's probably about the best we're going to be able to do. But that's not terrible. It's the ropes that when you fire the cannon doesn't come back and kill the person that's the cannoneer behind it. And then if I have any material with me, let's find out. I don't have enough material. I tend to put a thing of shot here, maybe a little light or something like that. And I leave this whole thing empty because, man, talk about a mess. Last thing I do, go back into pillars and beams, go to your side beam. And there you go. Now you can scale this as long as you want. If you scale it up, you're going to have to change the base. You're going to have to play with it to see what works for you. But in my opinion, in this time frame, cannons would be expensive. So there wouldn't be tons of them placed around this. Well, I'll take you up in the tower real quick, and I'll just give you an idea. Even the tower, I only put 3 cannons. This is not complete by any stretch, but I'm working on it. So 3 cannons put in a way that you could protect your bay, right? You've got your ships in here and you can protect it. Got some shots, you got plans on how to operate it. Maybe you got bags of gunpowder or wicking or whatever. You got your watchmen up here, you raise the flag, they got a spyglass to look out and see what's going on. It's that kind of idea. But cannons would be so expensive that towns would have the minimum that they could get away with and still protect, because they're a deterrent. That's the only point of it. If you really need to deal with a blockade, you're sending your frigates out to deal with them. So my thought is I'm going to go blank the little balcony, blank cannon, blank balcony, blank cannon. So maybe along this wall here, because it's going to go over to the grass, it's going to be 3 cannons. And I think that's pretty reasonable. But you decide on yourself. Choose what you think works for you and how you like it. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a good one.